system over here is just absolutely destroyed, as far as with overpricing and stuff. It's totally wrong. When I was in when we were in, and she's saying it's $3,000, by the way, is what she paid. So look, root canal. There's a ton of exact match domains out there. This is a high ticket item. It's certainly a niche worth looking into. And also remember too, there is no I just don't believe in the saturation thing. I've shared a lot of my niches, over the past 12 months or stuff like this. And guess what happens in almost every single niche that I share? I get one or two people doing exactly the same thing I'm doing up on page one. And there are 10 spots on page one. So there's room for everybody, and there's a bagillion niches out there. So you just keep thinking and thinking. But yeah, when we were in Korea, I was. They have these great parks, and the parks are designed there as places for kids and adults and elderly people to actually get out and get exercise, and so they've actually got exercise equipment out there. And so when you get up early in the morning and you go out to the park, you see literally these 60 to 100-year-old people out there exercising on these equipments. They're like exercise equipments that are actually outside, so they're really robust. So they last throughout all the weather and stuff. It's amazing. But anyways, I was out there, and they have like big. They have like monkey bars for like kids, so they're lower, and then they have bigger monkey bars for adults, and so they're a lot larger. And so I went on the monkey bar, and I slipped and I fell, and I knew the minute that I hit the ground that it was just one of those things. I could hear kind of the snap. I messed up my knee. I mean, I just knew it was going to be bad. And I just looking down on it, I could just watch it swelling right up. And I was just worried about the internal damage on here of tendons or something being torn. That's what the type of injury that it was. And so we went right to the hospital. You just go straight to the specialist. There's none of this. You go to your regular physician, and then you have to get a specialist and all this kind of crap. We just go right to the specialist, and we got seen within a very short period of time. And that same day, the doctor saw me. I got a whole one of these IRM CAT scan things for the knee, which took like 40 minutes, and you have to hold still, and you go through this like tube, and so they get like a three-dimensional view of all your tendons and everything in there, just to see where the injury is. All that was done in one afternoon, and something like that would have cost easily around the range of $7,000, $8,000, $10,000, and would have taken probably a couple of weeks to do in the United States. The entire bill, everything, including crutches, knee band, everything that I needed, was $450 out the door, period. And it was top-notch treatment. So yeah, we get all our dental care done outside the United States because it's just as good, and we save literally thousands upon thousands. Anyways, sidetrack there. Sorry. Let me. Yes. So some of the other niches on there, like cosmetic dentist, that's not a niche I would go after. And if there is those search terms in there, are the URLs available for the cities, then absolutely go for it, because you'll be able to rank a lot faster on that end of it. Do you think we should stay away from niches where people are going to spend time investigating before they make the phone call? Like, they probably aren't going to snap decision on something like liposuction. That's an outstanding point. And so yeah, there's different niches out there that have different buying transaction processes. So something like a root canal, I'm in pain, I need it done now. This is not something I'm going to be shopping around very long for, right? Or I'm going to do something like a liposuction. And so with a niche like that, and I'm not in that niche, but if I was going to get into that niche, the way that I would approach it is I I would really work hard to make sure that the site is very credible looking in the beginning, and I would be getting and purchasing some good slides as far as, you know, images of before and after. You know, don't swipe them, buy them. They're not that much. And then once you've got some traffic coming to it, and you could show the traffic, and you could even show the call volume, but probably going to want to show the traffic and the call volume with a good doctor, then you're going to want to get that doctor's picture profile, their testimonials from their clients, you know, board certified, 22 years, any kind of other credibility pieces that they would have, that, you know, you could say, hey, can I put this on my other lead gen sites for you, that's going to point just towards you? They would naturally want to do that. That's the way I would approach it, because that's a little bit more personal. Okay, Market Samurai, how did you pull up the range in the cities and the domains variations on that end of it? Yeah, let me pull that real quick to show you. It's pretty straightforward. Okay, so basically you come up here, you've got domain variations is the first part. I just hit edit, and all I did is that for the suffix, I just copied and pasted 20 cities in here, and it was this is the top 20 cities. So by population, so New York obviously has the most population, the next Los Angeles, and so forth. So I just copy and paste those in. I make sure that the site is blank, the prefix, so this is a suffix. So whatever I put here, like windshield repair, and then I've hit this first top 20 cities, it's going to find windshield repair plus each one of those cities. Then I go with the domain on here, and you can find all types. You know, these are all the checks on here, but this using exact match domains and getting them to rank quickly, for me, in my experience, it works great with .com, .org, .net. With the others, I don't mess with them, and if I can't find it, then I'll move on to another niche, because there's too many other niches. I'm not going to get married to a niche, because if I can't find an exact match domain that I want, I'm not going to play around with it, me personally. I'm going to move on, because there's way too many other niches out there. And if I have a choice, obviously the first choice I'm going to do is I'm going to take the .com. If the .com's not available, that's no problem. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the .net. That's my decision tree. And then if the .com and the .net are taken, then I'm going to take the .org, and I do it in that order: .com, .net, .org. And then the filters on here, I don't remember what the filters close. So the filters they have is include domains with hyphens. I don't do hyphens. They don't work like exact match domains. And market domain, which is owned by Market Samurai, is free, and it's just this exact tool right here. This is the only one they have. They don't give you this other stuff, and it's free. And I know there's other tools out there as well. I'm just not aware of them that allow you to do like a keyword and then add, you know, a prefix or a suffix to it. Invisible Invisalign braces. Hell yeah, that would be one. Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's tooth extraction. There's another one. So yeah, you guys are absolutely on the right track here. Instead of going after like cosmetic dentistry or dentist, you start to niche and break it down, and it's just so much easier to rank for those. A, because you're going to get the exact match domains, and B, the way that we have you do the whole site structure is that this suddenly Google realizes, hey, you know, the home page, as we have you lay it out very step-by-step specific, Google knows, and you're telling Google, hey, this is where this site belongs because we've got the geo-targets in there. This is the rich content, and we're not keyword stuffing or any of that kind of crap. And that's, you know, just to go over in the course how I go over that. It's not this 1 or 2%. We just take the main keyword that we're going after and say that it was tooth extraction. And then there's probably 4 other keywords that are very close to tooth extraction. Maybe teeth extraction, hell, I don't know. And those are what you're going to put one time on page one. And it's just that simple. And then you've got posts, and then your posts are just 5, 6, and smaller niche stuff like this. You can just get away with 5 or 6, around 400 word original articles that each have an anchor text pointing back to the home page. And boom, the way the Google, if you use that now, is you're an authority site. You're an authority site in tooth extractions for Chicago, for Houston, because I guarantee you no one else is doing that. And Google just loves it, and they hit you right up to the top. So good stuff. Yeah, okay, yeah, exactly. So Justin on here says he's got a question. My background and expertise is within the insurance industry and other professional industries like home loans. How would you niche out something like home loans, or can you? Now, how would you do home loans? That's a great question. Insurance. Let me try insurance right here, because and maybe some you can help me out with this. But insurance is so broad. But there's I don't know the name of it. Somebody was just calling. Okay, so let me just give it. This is just off the top of my head for like insurance. So I'm thinking insurance on here. Something like maybe niche like mobile home insurance. How about like car insurance? There's got to be risky. There's got to be specific types of insurance for cars. Maybe. I was just talking. I was at my kid's soccer practice the other day, and one of the parents was saying that they had forgot to pay for their car insurance, and they pay for it like not every month, but like every 6 months, and they just forgot about it because they don't look at it every month. They're used to paying every 6 months, and in state of Arizona, you're required by law to do it. Anyways, long as the short story is that he wasn't trying to not pay his insurance. He paid the 6 months. He just forgot about it, whatever. But the state at that point now said, okay, you're required to have the minimal insurance, and you have to have insurance at least to cover other people if you get in an accident and it's your fault. And I can't remember what that called, but it's a special kind of insurance, like SR22 or something like that. That would be a way you would kind of niche that out, the kind of real niche-y kind of insurances. Those kind of, you just start kind of breaking it down like that. What's something else I could think of on that? I know if someone's looking for life insurance, it may be life insurance for you have to see if there's traffic for it or not. But life insurance for people with cancer, life insurance for smokers, life insurance for people with diabetes. I mean, I don't know. I'm just. But that's you start to kind of dive into the process and you kind of niche it out. And if you know the industry well, you can kind of start to be very specific with that. Now, an insurance lead is going to be for a good insurance agency is going to be a hell of a good lead no matter how you got them in the door, because obviously they're going to try to get you for everything else, right? Home, car, auto, life, blah blah blah. And so that's the way that I would go about that. For something like home loans on here, there's got to be some more kind of niche-y